Hey everybody, I'm Eric. This is the Ungated Assets Show. This is episode 2. So either welcome back or welcome for the first time. I'm glad you're here. The topic for this week is around your email automations and your email playbook. We're looking at some data from HubSpot, State of Inbound Marketing Trends 2022, and it's kind of an ironic twist of fate. This was not an ungated asset for me. I had to trade an email address for this report, but you don't have to. You're at the Ungated Assets Show. You don't have to do a thing but watch it. So let's dive in. Up at the top here, you can see this bar chart, top 10 email clients overall. Apple is way out in front with 58% of the use for those that responded to the survey. Dwarving Gmail and the rest of the list by 30 plus points in every instance. That's interesting, right? But it makes sense. There's a ton of iPhones, iPads, different Mac devices out there where people are using that Apple mail client. But the implication and the time to think about your email playbooks comes in around Apple's mail privacy protection. And this is a feature that gives more control to the end user. And that's kind of the trend, right? More privacy, more controls over what data you share with different vendors. And that's just kind of the way that the world is going. So the way MPP works is it's hiding the IP address and it's blocking visibility into whether the email was opened and how many times for those users who have opted into it. The next logical question is, well, what's the impact? How many people have actually opted into it? And this is highlighted on the bottom here for easier viewing that Litmus, and they're a pretty major email service provider, and email testing software, they indicate that the number of MPP impacted opens has exceeded 50%. So of these 58% of users that have an Apple Mail client, over half of their open activity on a per subscriber or per user basis is essentially null and void. They're masking their activity. You don't know if they're opening it or not. So when you think about your automations that are running, whether they're a warming journey, a welcome journey, or anything else, if you are relying on that open metric to route subscribers to the right place, I mean, just think about that. If I send email 1 and it gets opened, I want to send them email 2 or take a different action if they don't open it, you're no longer able to do that. The assumption that your tool is going to make is that no, this subscriber did not open the email, so we're going to send them down the no path. And that'll put you in the unfortunate scenario where your brand, from which you're sending emails in your account, is going to end up looking silly. You may end up double dipping subscribers on the classic, if no open, resend with a different subject line email in the hopes that that second email spurs the action that you want. But if in fact the subscriber did open it, well, now you've made a negative impression. You're sending the same email, trying to get people to take an action that maybe they already decided they don't want to do. So the takeaway from this Ungated Assets is it's time to rethink your email playbooks, because the open data that you're getting for Apple users, and I think the rest of these email clients are going to begin to follow suit, is that open metric is going to become null and void in the not too distant future. So would love to hear what you're doing to circumvent that and maintain effective email campaigning even without a reliable and valid open metric. So go ahead, leave me your thoughts in the comments. Otherwise, we'll see you next week for the next Ungated Asset.